Imagine, you are inside a dream, where time moves slowly, and every sound turns into a story. Keep your eyes closed, and let us begin. The sun was rising slowly over the golden savanna, but for one little giraffe, the morning felt heavy and cold. His name was Jiro, and he had forgotten how to be happy. Jiro stood alone under a tall acacia tree. Other animals were laughing, playing, and running freely, but Jiro stayed quiet. His long neck bent low and his eyes looked sad. "Why don't you play with us?" the zebra once asked kindly. Jiro shook his head. "I don't belong. I'm too tall, too different, and too slow." The truth was, Jiro had always felt different. His height made him stand out, but instead of feeling proud, he felt lonely. When he tried to join games, he often tripped or couldn't keep up. One day, while running with the others, he fell hard. The laughter that followed broke his heart. Since then, he stopped trying. Days passed. Jiro spent his time alone, eating leaves quietly and watching others from afar. Inside, he wished he could be like them, but he didn't believe he could. One evening, as the sky turned orange, a small bird landed gently on his neck. "Why do you look so sad?" the bird chirped. Jiro sighed. "Because I'm not like everyone else." The bird tilted its head. "That's not a bad thing." "It is," Jiro said softly. "It means I don't fit in." The bird smiled. "Or maybe it means you have something special that others don't." Jiro didn't understand, but for the first time in days he thought about those words. The next morning, something unexpected happened. Dark clouds covered the sky. Thunder roared. A strong storm began to shake the savanna. Animals started running in fear. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed. A tree had fallen near the river, blocking the path. On the other side of the river, a group of small animals, rabbits, squirrels, and birds, were trapped. The water was rising fast. Panic spread everywhere. "We need to help them," cried the zebra. "But how?" asked the monkey. "The river is too dangerous." Everyone looked around helplessly. Then slowly, all eyes turned to Jiro. Jiro's heart started beating fast. "Me," he whispered. "You're tall enough," said the elephant. "You can reach across the river." Jiro stepped back. "No, can't. What if I fail?" The bird from yesterday flew beside him. "What if you succeed?" Jiro looked at the frightened animals across the river. They were small, helpless, and scared, just like he had felt. He took a deep breath. "Okay," he said quietly. With shaky steps, Jiro walked toward the river. The wind howled and the rain poured down. His legs trembled, but he didn't stop. He stretched his long neck across the river, trying to reach the other side. "Come on," he called out. "Climb onto my back." One by one, the small animals climbed onto him. The river roared beneath them, but Jiro stayed strong. "Don't look down," he said, trying to stay calm. Step by step, he carried them safely across. The last animal jumped down just as Jiro almost lost his balance. But he didn't fall. He stood firm. He had done it. The storm slowly passed. The sky cleared. And for the first time in a long while, Jiro heard something new. "Ears. Jiro. Jiro. Jiro." All the animals surrounded him with smiles. "You saved them. You were amazing. We're so proud of you." Jiro looked around in disbelief. "Me?" he asked. "Yes, you," said the zebra. "Your height saved lives today." The bird landed on his head and whispered, "See? Being different is your strength." Tears filled Jiro's eyes. But this time they were not tears of sadness. They were tears of joy. For the first time he stood tall, not with shame but with pride. From that day on, Jiro never hid again. He played with the others, laughed freely, and helped whenever he could. And every morning, as the sun rose over the savanna, Jiro smiled, because he finally understood something important. Rainbow life lesson. Being different is not a weakness. It is your greatest strength. When you believe in yourself, you can do amazing things and bring happiness to others.